What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Stats and Facts, where we have all the stats.
And we have all the facts.
I go by DJ G94.
And I go by One. And y'all already know how we do it.
So let's get into it. So what's up, One?
What's up with it, bro? How you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm just cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same here, man. Another episode, you know what I'm saying? Giving the people another banger. Yeah, bro, we gonna jump into it. I know we ain't talked about music in a while, dog, so we gotta pop that off first. To our listeners, man, we know y'all know we normally start with the sports, but this episode we gonna give it a little twist. So my brother, man, I got a question I want to ask you about music, and that is, do you subscribe to the saying that artists fall off?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, talk to me.
Prime example, one of my favorite rappers in my top five. He's number two after Tupac, Lil Wayne. He fell off like years ago, like around 2015. And every year he always gotta come out with a mixtape or EP, or now he talk about he dropping a mixtape and an album. And last couple of songs he been on features and they been low key whack because we been so used to hearing from Lil Wayne every year.
Mm-hmm.
And then Boosie every year he won my favorite artist. But he got two songs I actually like. Last couple of years I wouldn't really listen to him, but he finally had two songs out. Bad Rouge, Bounce, and Sexy with Lil Duval. So, yeah. And then Master P been saying it for the last 5 years. The hottest artist gonna last between 3 to 5 years. And you know who hot right now? Lil Baby. Females call Megan Thee Stallion. Eventually that's gonna fade away because Nicki Minaj kind of start slipping. Nobody ain't really paying attention no more because there's a whole bunch of female artists coming out and they hot. So eventually it's gonna be New Orleans gonna pass you up, and all you can do is pray that you have at least one hit. So to your answer your question, yes, it's facts of artists getting old and played out. They don't know how to take a break. They don't know what to do other stuff besides just make music, and that's one of Lil Wayne's biggest problems.
Okay, that's a dope perspective. I guess like because what really sparked that question for me is I've been listening to Rich Homie Quan the last few days, and I remember like when Quan came out, man, he had one of them waves that was just like, damn, this dude got the torch. Like kind of like how like the little babies in them, they running the game right now. Like when Quan first came out, he had a wave, like, damn, this is new, it's fresh. And I was like, man, I wonder why people ain't really tapping in no more. And that's what made me think, like, do artists fall off, or is it more that we kind of just, to your point, move on to other artists that's hot at the time? Because I do believe that maybe some artists, they may start to drop music and you kind of like it don't connect no more. But I'm like, I wonder, is that you just passed that time, or is it truly they fell off? Because there's some artists like I used to listen to that I don't really listen to today. But it sounds like if I tap in every once in a while, it sounds like they still putting out decent music. It's just I'm not connected to it like I was at a time. So that's kind of like why I wanted to get your perspective on that. Cause I'm like, man, that's a kind of that's a dope conversation to be held. You know what I'm saying? But I dig some of your points as well though.
I was excited to hear that Cole song not too long ago. He ain't playing this year. He doing his basketball thing and he doing rap music. That's the Master P moving all over again. But you know, Cole is arguably one of the illest lyricists of this era. Like him and Kendrick is a debate goat. But to me, Cole is a goat. So he doing his two playing hard off his two passions, music and basketball, and I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, Cole dropped a single yesterday, and that was pretty dope, man. He surprised the world, really. It's hard though, man. Cole always gonna give you something, man. He ain't never disappoints. So you know what I mean. When I heard it, I'm like, damn, Cole did it again. You know what I'm saying? rock with that. I'm really excited to see what he got coming in the future. Even though he just dropped his album this year, I'm still rocking with that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, to your point, man, that was pretty dope. And I was just having this conversation with someone, man, and I was like, if Cole didn't drop his album this year, just in my opinion, I think this would have been a trash year because we still ain't got Cole. I mean, we still ain't got Kendrick yet. You know what I mean? Kendrick pretty much anytime he drop, he save hip hop. So it's like that's
Yeah.
just my opinion, man. Like I ain't really been caught up in this hype this year as far as music goes, but like I say, he still had the best hip hop album this year to me. Um
I
that's just
agree.
my opinion. I could be wrong. Tell me how you feel.
I agree. Drake and Kanye battle was terrible. I really like now one of them albums. And Drake, he had like two songs I like. No Friends in the Industry and Knife was the Knife Gang or something with 21 Savage and Project Pat.
Excuse
That's
me.
a dope song. And
Yeah, I know
Kanye
what you're
probably
talking
had
about.
a song, yeah, with Jay-Z, and he did a remix with or part two with the baby. So like I said, that album was terrible. But other than that, yeah, J.
Yeah,
Cole, and then on to Kendrick to go.
yeah.
That's my take on it.
Yeah, speaking of Kanye, we got to talk about obviously a big moment that happened probably like what a week or maybe 2 weeks ago at this point. With the leaked Andre 3000 verse, another one of the legends. Um, First off, I just want to start off by saying, man, that was three stacks being three stacks. But I know how you feel about three stacks. So obviously, I want to hear your opinion on how you felt about that
Well,
verse and what was your first thoughts when you heard it.
I had to repeat it 2 or 3 times because that's one of my favorite artists, Andre 3000. And it's sad to say that one verse is better than Kanye whole album.
Damn.
That's crazy for me to say that. I was shocked. Can I then even Chris Brown had called Kanye out, hey man, you a hope for that because he left out a whole bunch of artists on that for that album.
Yeah.
So I was shocked. I'm like, what, Three Stacks actually recorded a verse because he was dead serious. Well, you never know, the song probably old as hell anyway. Like he said in the last interview he did, he ain't really been feeling music, recording or anything. Like you say, ain't that much to talk about when you get to that age. Under 3,000, he one of the dudes that he just trying to be peaceful, take a walk in the park with a flute and stuff. So you don't really look at this crazy world like how we look at it. You don't be on probably social media like we do. So that's probably why he ain't in the music mode.
Yeah. He done did it
So
all,
take
man. He had a hell of a career. Still can expand on that career anytime he wants, obviously. But I thought that was just like I said again, man. That was three stacks being three stacks. The verse was amazing. The vulnerability he put in there, and thank God, man. I still got my mom, so I couldn't really just fathom like the pain that come with that. But I could when I'm hearing it, I'm like, man, you can hear it in his voice, the kind of pain and you know what I mean, just those thoughts of losing your loved one like that you can go through. So it was like, man, that was deep for him to give us that and the way that he did it. It's just amazing, man. The different artists that we got that they find their own way to story tell and just let us inside of their minds, man. That was like my biggest thing, walking away from that verse. And it was just dope, man. I would love to hear like just a little, maybe like a little EP. It ain't gotta be a full project. Probably like three or four songs from Three Stacks, man. But like you said, I know he ain't even tripping off no music right now. So shout out to the legend, man. But yeah, bro, that pretty much wrap up the music takes, man. Unless you had something else before we jump into these sports, dog.
That was all the above.
Okay, cool. And oh yeah, before we leave music, we gotta represent for Pac. I think it marked the 25th anniversary of his death. What, like a week ago? I think a week or two ago.
Yeah, September. Rest in peace to the GOAT. I post I don't know how many stories on
Yeah,
my IG pop. So yeah,
yeah.
rest in peace to him.
Rest in
Forever
peace.
one of the greatest lyricists and rappers of all time.
Yes, sir. We love and miss Pac, man. So rest in peace. So yeah, with that said, man, we gonna jump into these sports, dog. NFL season is back. Man, it's been some great games so far. We head into week 3 right now. It's super early for us to kind of give predictions, but we gonna talk about it a little bit. First, I guess I'll start off with the game that gave me a heartbreak, which was my Saints. We lost to the Panthers 26-7. We're gonna come back to that, and I'll just give my thoughts on that. Um, man, probably the best game from Sunday was the Chiefs and the Ravens. Lamar finally got him a
Oh,
dub.
that's the Monday night, but that was a good game.
Oh no, it was Sunday. They played Sunday.
Sunday night?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, that was not my fault. That's Green Bay and Detroit.
Yeah, yeah. So like I say, Lamar, he was able to get out of there. Him and the Ravens with a dub, 36-35. Man, we know we got to talk about that. Somebody else we
Yeah,
rock for on the Titans, Derrick Henry. They pulled it off against the Seahawks 33-30. No, we got to talk about that. And a young cat that been balling crazy this year, Kyler Murray. Man, him and his Cardinals pulled it off against the Vikings 34-33. And
slept on.
yeah, and one of the last pretty much decent game. Well, the Rams and the Colts had a decent game as well. The Rams pulled it off against the Colts 27-24. And last but not least, your Eagles and the 49ers, I guess it was a defensive game. I still haven't checked the highlights out.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
game.
y-
They locked up our receivers. I ain't gonna lie. We
yeah,
lost 17.
17-11. So, yeah, man, let's get into it. I guess I started off and I'll let you take over, bro, with the my Saints. Like I said, we took an L to the Panthers. Um, I wasn't really disappointed as much as even though I just said it was a heartbreak, but I wasn't that disappointed come to think about it because I'm like our secondary was down. Our starting cornerback was out. CJ he was out in our secondary, so I knew we was gonna have a hard time really stopping that pass. And man,
Mhm.
Sam Darnold, shout out to him. He did what he was supposed to. He was slinging that thing. And we just didn't look good, man. No excuses. We just hats off to Carolina, but we'll see them later down the road. Um,
Yeah.
with that said, my brother, let's jump into before we get to the Chiefs and Ravens, let's talk about your Eagles.
Yeah, I saw the highlights. Jalen Hurts did his thing, passing yards, 190 yards, and had a touchdown and rushing 82 yards.
Yeah,
But apparently, we got outplayed. He played more of the passing out than running the ball. They say their defense, 49ers defense, put a spanking on us, and they came out with the dub 17-11. But
yeah,
hey, we got the Cowboys on Monday, and I'm ready and I'm excited for that. So hopefully we'll pull off that good.
yeah. And man, you've been giving each other a hard time before the season started with our teams. We like, man, I think my team gonna win this many games. And you was like, your team gonna win this many games. So far, bro, I think we probably for us to be coming off of Drew Brees return, and then you guys got a young cat and Jalen Hurts. I think our teams are in pretty good shape, dog. And to say we so young, you know what I mean? We got some young teams. I think our teams are in pretty good shape going forward. Especially
Yeah.
hats off to Jalen Hurts, man. He looking like he here to stay. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
And so yeah, let's get into the biggest game, man, of week 2. Chiefs and the Ravens. What was your thoughts, bro?
I loved it, man. Cause they was trailing. Baltimore was trailing the whole game, man. Well, Marquise Brown got 6 reception yards, 113 yards, and a touchdown. And like Lamar Jackson, he just tossed it to him, and he was wide open. I'm like, geez, where's the defense? And I'm like, I guess Lamar Jackson was proving something, but Mahomes, hey, I don't know, he might be the white version of Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. I mean, the black version of them. because 343 yards and 3 touchdowns, bro. He's
Man,
not playing around. I think we might see back-to-back MVP.
man, that dude's special, bro.
My fault. Might see another MVP. Aaron Rodgers. Did Aaron Rodgers win the last MVP?
Yeah, he won last year.
Yeah, so it's gonna be his last 3 years. Mahomes gonna be competing for that second MVP, lead MVP. So
Yeah,
be looking out for him. And
man.
Lamar Jackson, he went for it for the game winner, man. I was shocked. I thought they was gonna run it because Murray, y'all let him go like that's a careless mistake on y'all hand. Since he been coming to Baltimore, he got 2 to 3 touchdowns by now. His second game, he ain't playing. He here to stay, and he found him a home in Bmore. So shout out to Latavius Murray, man.
Well, for now, I feel like because obviously Dobbins is not hurt, and I think the other running back is hurt. So when they come back, I mean,
They out for the year. They out for the year. Then
Yeah.
Devontae Freeman, I think he had ran for 30 yards. But that's why I say he found him a home. Everything happened for a reason.
but that's
Shout
what
out
I'm
to him.
saying. See, this year so far, because when Dobbins come back next year, bro, they not starting Latavius Murray over Dobbins unless he just go for 2,000 yards this year. You know what I mean?
Out.
Yeah, I don't see
He
it.
might get about 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
but yeah, that was a great game, man. I was just happy for Lamar for him to finally be able to get a dub versus Pat Mahomes. But both of them dudes just special, man. Man, them including Kyler Murray, their ability to be under attack in that pocket and to be getting out running and still making them throws on the run. Like, bro, that's so hard to do. Like, we can go out in the yard right now and try to do that, bro. That's a hard throw to do. And they do it accurately with guys running after them. So it's like, he's some special dudes, man. The NFL is in good hands going forward. And yeah, I think them dudes gonna be battling a lot in the future. So this is only the beginning.
Yep.
So next, man, let's jump into this Seahawks and the Titans game. Man, 33-30. Derrick Henry,
Yep.
he's back.
Yes.
He's
Big
back.
freak of nature. 3 touchdowns. The man had 3 touchdowns at 182 yards.
Man, that's
Oh, my.
crazy. And shout out to Julio. I'm trying to tell people, man, it's all about the environment. When you know you can win, you're gonna play a lot better. And shout out to Julio. 6 receptions, 128 yards. Hey,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying.
You got it. At 32 years old, he still got it. So shout out to Julio Jones.
You know what I'm saying? Ryan Tannehill as well, 347 yards throwing. Man, them guys, that's low key a stacked team. I think they probably got to get maybe a little better on defense a little bit, but I'm liking what I'm liking what they doing on that offense though. And
The defense win Super Bowls.
Facts. So let's jump into this Kyler Murray, man. They pulled it off against the Vikings, super close game. They won by 1 point. But like we said, Kyler Murray is off to an amazing start. He had how many yards he had on Sunday? Man, he had 400 yards, dog. 3 touchdowns. He did have 2 picks, but they still pulled the dub off.
Pulled it off, don't matter. A dub is a dub.
Yeah.
That's what they got. That's what they have film for. You get better.
Yep. Yeah, man.
And let's not forget one of the best receivers in the game. He had him a touchdown. Hopkins, 54 yards, 4 receptions.
Man, Hop is just Hop. Like he just imagine him and Larry Fitzgerald though in his prime. Like that would have been crazy.
Oh, that would have been like Chris Carter and Randy Moss.
Man, that's another guy who people kind of forgot about a little bit. Larry Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a beast, man. He was a beast. But yeah, they was able to pull it off, man. Like I say, y'all gotta keep your eye on Kyler Murray this year. I think he might be, not even might. I think he will be in the MVP discussion if he keep with this how he playing right now. Man, he might be in that discussion. And yeah, last but not least, what other game we had, man, that was worth talking about? I think that was pretty much it.
We'll talk about the Green Bay one real quick. Aaron Rodgers.
Green
They're down
Bay,
with 14. Yeah, they won.
Green Bay. Who they played against, bro?
Detroit.
Detroit. I mean, that game was okay. It was okay.
Well, A. Rodgers 255 in passing and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Adams 121 yards, 8 receptions.
Yeah. Shout out A-Rod. I'm just ready for this season to be over for them because I want to see where A-Rod can go and see what he can do. Because I think that bus is just that train, and you know what I mean, it ran out of steam. So I want to see.
Crashed on.
Huh?
It crashed on, so that train is done.
Man, you know how we rock with A-Rod, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be a long season for him, but shout out to them for getting a dub.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, man, for us. Some really good games. I know we got this week 3 starting it off. We got the Panthers and the Texans. They play tomorrow night for Thursday night football. I don't know who's gonna win that. That's probably gonna be
That sound like a boring game.
It sound like a what?
It's a boring ass game. I don't really like that one. You know I don't like Texas for what they doing to our boy Watson, so
Yeah.
I ain't riding with it. But
That's
shout
why
out to Mark Ingram.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's why it's so hard to watch them. But I just hope I'll be rooting for Mark Ingram on the low.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that wrapped up the NFL takes. I'm gonna throw the assist to you, my brother.
Yeah, let's go to my favorite sport that I really know about and what I'm aware of. Let's go to the NBA.
Yes, sir.
But we want to talk about basically, we can talk about two different takes. But let's start out with your boy, LeBron James, being the best leader in the game. He getting his new roster. He sent his new roster to the LA Lakers on a trip to Las Vegas, a 3-day trip for a workout and scrimmage, to bond and, get to figure out everybody's game and stuff to get better.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask you what you think about that. How dead ass is LeBron this year on health, getting his team ready to win another championship?
Yeah, I think it was dope, man. It's definitely a good idea to go ahead and get ahead of training camp and all of those kind of things. You know what I mean? Well, do they even call it training camp in the NBA?
Yeah, it's training camp.
Training camp. Yeah, so I think it's good to get that chemistry going. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of fresh faces in the building. I think obviously him and AD, they already know what they're gonna bring. Their chemistry already there. So they just trying to get all the other guys to, you know what I mean, get that chemistry right, and so they can gel. But yeah, that's really how I felt about it. What's your thoughts?
I love it. And I think what it is kind of what smart on LeBron because they going to Las Vegas. That's just a 3-day trip. Ain't no telling. They probably work out in the morning, go have their fun, daytime gamble party, whatever. Because I would be surprised they official training camp, they are going somewhere like to the Bahamas or Mexico. Because the NBA worth millions of dollars, they could bring the towel, the gym thing, and put it on the sand and play basketball. Yeah, I seen courts like that, in different areas where they got beaches. They call it virtual court, but they got the flat out NBA floor, and they just play like basically outside next to the sand. So that ain't never a little preview like go have fun, but it's serious at the end of the day because we know what we signed up for. Mm-hmm. So I love that about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree, bro. I definitely agree.
And our next topic is our boy, That's why the only reason why I'm pulling for y'all to win this year. Russell Westbrook,
Yeah,
he was in New York recently. You know, I already know he made a Vegas trip, and he getting his form together on a knockdown jumper, get better in his three ball. And you said you don't really see a difference, but you go back to it, his shot went down, like he brought the ball down a little bit, because when he used to shoot like 3 pointers, he used to shoot that bitch a little higher.
yeah,
And my thing is with Westbrook, his offense, bro, this is what people don't realize. He just don't have a crossover. He do remind me a lot of Iverson, because Iverson wasn't the best 3-point shooter at all. Neither. Iverson can score the ball in many ways. He go to the goal, and he had a little knockdown mid range, and he shot at least 80% the free throw line. Westbrook free throw percentage went down because he had wrist surgery. Because like when KD was left there and his MVP year, Russ MVP year, he shot between 80 to 85%. So yeah, his shot got a little off, but his career, when it comes to workout, the Westbrook, he couldn't shoot because he didn't know how to stay in one spot, like catch a shoot, like make 10 or 20 in one spot. I seen all the workout videos. He'll just make 2 3-pointers that go to the next spot. I'm like, bro, that's not getting better. You just shooting. You ain't shooting with no confidence. You just get the ball, just throw it up there. And I never got there. I'm like, why does he work out like that? I'm like, then you had KD on your team at the time. You ain't never used to see how KD used to catch and shoot the ball while his form and his arch was so pure like butter. So I guess, West, he be setting his ways, but hey, it was good enough here. He one of the best in the league. So what's your take on this jump shot?
yeah. He ain't do nothing but average a triple double for 3 straight seasons. Man,
Or
yeah. So man, it's I just think, man, Russ gonna be straight, dog. He knows his game. I think that's what it is. He know that he's been successful without having a knockdown 3-pointer. You know what I'm saying? And now you go join Bron and AD. You for sure don't really need a 3 like that. I mean, as long as he can get to that bucket like he always do, because can't nobody stay in front of that, man. I think that's all that's gonna matter. But to your point, being a Russ fan, I do at times wish like he had a knockdown 3, but I don't necessarily think he needed. But to the thing about his new form, like I say, you would know better than I would, because I really didn't notice much of a difference. I mean, to your point, I guess by him bringing it down lower, I guess it'd be like more of a, I don't know, would it be more of an arc on there? So I don't know.
more touch, because
More
people
touch.
don't understand about jump shooting. Yeah, because like my uncle always told me, the common sense thing when it comes to jump shoot, you want to start closer to goal as possible. That's why I say Giannis ain't gonna really impress me, because I know he don't know how to knock down mid range. He rather jack up a 3. Then he has no touch or form where he shoot. But at the end of the day, just like Westbrook, it's easy to stop a shooter. It's hard to stop a scorer.
Facts.
So you gotta look at it that way. It's good and bad in a jumper. You can't stop them from scoring. You can dare them to shoot, they'll shoot it. But if they want to get to the goal, they can get to the goal. So,
Facts. And you said, so wait, Russ averaged a triple double for 4 straight seasons or 3? Because I thought it was 3.
4 started off. Yeah, it started off when he won his first MVP. Because he was just a year shorter than last year KD played, and then everybody was talking about it like, dang, Russ actually averaged a triple double. The last 2 years at OKC with Paul George, he averaged it this year. That's 4 straight years.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. But man, something else, bro. I've been hearing about. I don't know if you wanted to discuss it or not. Was I know you probably saw it though. The report that came out today about the whole Ben Simmons trade to the Nets. Let's discuss that.
Yeah,
I want to hear your thoughts.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Kevin Durant ain't crazy, because it was Kyrie's idea for them to go to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
because Kyrie ain't wanted to be in Boston like they say he wanted to be close to home, and the way the Knicks organization became. I don't want to say like the Clippers, like where they had Donald Sterling back then, like with their racism crap, and then the Knicks, Carmelo was fading away from New York, so they ain't pay attention to the Knicks. They're like, okay, let's try Brooklyn. And they've been talking for the last year and a half. They played each other in the finals, and then Kyrie went to Boston. So that's where they became click tight. They talk about playing with each other. And to this day, I don't get, because I'm still thrown off with Kyrie in the first place. Like, bro, you went to 3 straight finals with Bron and you won one. Could have messed around one back to back if KD would never join Golden State. But you never know. So I was shocked, but that's just a rumor. I don't think that's gonna happen. And then being Simmons sitting out until they trade him, because come to find out, the report is he's gonna get at least $16 million. Just sit down until they trade him. So he actually don't have to play. He don't have to show up to training camp or nothing. All he gonna make sure that he does is stay in shape. He don't care where he goes. He just wanna just leave Philadelphia. And I don't blame him.
Well, yeah, I seen today Stephen A was speaking about how it wasn't even a rumor. It was actually a trade that they tried to pull off. But like you say, KD wasn't going for it. KD was like, we're not finna trade no Kyrie for Ben Simmons. And you know what I'm saying? I agree, like, why go through all this to get us 3 here, and then you guys want to trade Kyrie to get Ben? And I don't want to see, some people saying they would like to see Ben with KD and Harden. I don't think it'd be bad, but I don't want to see that, dog. I like seeing Kyrie, Harden, and KD. Like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, Ben just could, because Ben can go somewhere else and be successful. I really do believe that. But at the same time, I think that ship is sailed in Philadelphia, bro. We didn't trust the process for about 7 years now. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it's time to let that go, dog. Go ahead, trade it, man.
It's sad thing about it. It's two folks to blame. It's 2 people to blame. Number 1, yes, is Ben Simmons. 2 is the organization. Before I would have paid Ben Simmons that money, I would have told him, look here, I give you a 2-year, 1-year option because I don't trust your offensive ability. That's why I would have told him straight up, I'm not going to sign you for 5 years. I'm sorry. You will have to prove to me that you worth between $30 to $40 million. I probably would have signed Ben at the time, 2 years, $60 million, 1-year option. All right, you can't give me at least 20 plus points off your mid-range to jump shot, shoot at least 70%, I think we should move on. No, they gave him a stint for 5 years. See, that's what people don't understand. Like Charles Buck said, you got to know the damn game of basketball. You just can't go by talent and analytics.
Yeah.
What shocked me with Ben Simmons, he's not even Lamar Odom. That's just facts. Only thing he do better than Lamar Odom is play better defense. That's just my opinion. I'm talking about the LA Clippers Lamar Odom, and I'm talking about the back-to-back championship. Matter of fact, 2009 to 2011, Lamar Odom. 2011, he won his first 6th Man of the Year. He's not even that. Lamar Odom will at least shoot the ball, and then he, like he said, he got that Queens mentality. He learned how to handle the ball at a young age, and he just hit a growth spurt, and he could get to the bucket, and he left-handed wherever he wanted to. And like all of them said, just imagine if I would have went somewhere with a franchise player, because he went to the Sorry Clippers at the time. It was a bust.
Yeah.
And he didn't care about working, perfecting his craft. All he had to do was just stay in shape because he had talent. Like you said, if I would have played with a Kevin Garnett at the time or got drafted to Boston and see how good Antoine Walker and Paul Pierce were, they probably would have made me a better scorer. And I believe that because I was in a gym recently, bro. I'll be working out from time to time. Me and this dude had a discussion, a black man. He said the problem is with basketball players too, I think they're the worst. They always rely on their talent. And that's why you never see the progress in their game. Like at the end of the day, bro, nobody will ever outwork or outdo Kobe. the 20 years he put in the game and had at least 16 good years. That's how bad he wanted to be good, wanted to be great. I take that back. Nobody don't have that mentality. Everybody just, work on little pieces of their game. Like I love Devin Booker, don't get me wrong, but nah, bro, you not even close to Kobe because ain't no way in the world Kobe, if he was in the finals, he wouldn't guard Chris Middleton or he wouldn't gave Drew Holiday a challenge as well. You ain't about to score all these buckets on me. You're gonna need this screen. You're gonna need to cry to the refs. He reaching and doing all that. So that's how I look at it. Work ethic is key, especially with God bless you with a size.
Mm-hmm.
That's my only take on Ben Simmons. Like he has the talent, he just don't have no work ethic. And his mental was never there.
Yeah, I think, man, like to the work ethic part, I think too why Kobe was so special is because he got drafted to a team that it's crazy for me to say what I'm about to say, but at the time when you look at their roster, you like they don't even need Kobe because they was already good. So he had to go 10 times harder just to even get in the game. Like think about that, like that air ball that he shot in the playoffs. A lot of players probably wouldn't have been able to come back from that moment. But Kobe was like, all right, I know I just got to get a little stronger. I just got to go get in the gym, get some weight on me. Not only that, I want to be in that start lineup, and I want to show y'all that I'm going to cook y'all every possession. So I totally agree on that Kobe point. But I just think nowadays, guys know that all I got to do is average a certain amount of points, and they going to give me that bag or they going to give me that extension. So I don't have to go 10 times hard like a Kobe and all of these guys that used to have to really just prove it back in the days. And I think that's why I like a lot of OG guys be griping about today's game. It's not only are these guys getting that bag, but they see like, man, we had to do way more to prove ourselves.
Yeah, and I don't get any because they got another mediocre ball player on Philadelphia, Tobias Harris. He remind me of Jeff Green. Jeff Green in Boston, bro, where we had them bets. They literally, 2013, gave him that team. He ain't averaging up but 14 points. I'm like, and then you remember that game where him and LeBron was going at it? He dropped 43. LeBron had dropped 34. LeBron hit the game with on him, but, he was giving them buckets. I'm like, man, why you don't do this a lot? Like, and then that's why back to, like I told you with Chris Middleton, he did his thing, but at the end of the day, Milwaukee, they was the healthiest team. They wasn't the best team to me. It was better than Phoenix. Obviously, we seen the results, but they was the healthier team. That's why they came out the East. And that's why everybody looking at Brooklyn like, I don't know. They probably can win a championship, but it's just but them players, they injury prone. Well, Kyrie is injury prone. I would say KD's injury prone. He just like, well, you that skinny, bro, and then you don't really like perfect your craft on weights. I see nagging injuries coming your way because that's why people don't give Kevin Garnett all the respect that he get. Because Kevin Garnett came out of high school, him and Durant had the same arms. Kevin Garnett knew he had to hit that weight room playing that power forward position. And Kevin McHale, he used to play for Boston. He was the GM. And he worked with KG on, post moves and told him, you're going to have to get in this weight room. You're too light. Everybody going to be able to push you around. And then, like KG said, he had them bets. Malik Silly and Sam Mitchell, they used to push him. Like, look here, bro. You a high school phenom, you hype, but you got to prove to us that you better than what you is. Can't just rely on this height and jumping ability. And Kevin Garnett just work hard as ever, and that's why he's in the Hall of Fame. Facts. People got to understand. Yeah, people got to understand that. It's all about work ethic and mental. How bad do you want it? I don't ever want to settle for good. I want to be great. And, if I was, had that type of talent, but everybody want it easy these days just because of talent.
Yeah, that's facts, man. You did some preaching right there. Yeah, I agree, bro. Did we have anything else for the NBA?
Nah, that's it. Because basically, I'm just excited about this shit, right? I ain't never been this excited. Oh, yeah. Everybody need to look out for my boy from the Celtics, Jason Tatum. I think he going to have him an MVP season because he pulled it. Like I think I said in the previous episode, he pulled the Giannis. he been in that weight room, and he learned so much after winning his first gold medal with Drew, Chris, KD, Draymond, Dame Dollar. Then, like he said, he had to swallow his pride and come off the bench at the Olympics because he wasn't playing good, and I respect that. You're not playing. These certain players better than you at this moment for this gold medal, this Olympics. So you're gonna have to come off the bench. And KD balled out, but be on the lookout for my boy Jason Tatum. And I just bought my first Jason Tatum jersey, which I'm excited to wear one day.
Yeah, man. So, if y'all ain't even if you shouldn't even have to say that, bro. I get your point, but if y'all ain't aware about Tatum by now, man, y'all better wake up. Him and JB out there, like we've been saying that for a while now. Though Celtics gonna be good once the Nets get out of their way. I think the Celtics will be the team to beat in the East. But right now it's just the Nets, man. They got too much firepower. But yeah, him and JB, man, they amazing. They're amazing, bro. So shout out to y'all on that. Yeah, like you said, bro, I'm excited for the season to start. We don't got that much longer of a wait. The season is about to be here before we know it. So it's about to be it's going to be a good year of sports, man. Fans back in the stadiums and the arenas. Things are looking up, man.
Oh yeah, before we get out of here, you gotta let the people know that you got some new music on the way.
Be on the lookout, man. New project coming. Probably top of October, most likely. I just shot a video actually yesterday, so new visual gonna be on the way. Excuse me. So yeah, y'all just stay tuned. I'll be updating you guys within the next few episodes, and of course when it drops. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all can y'all can check out all the other music on all the platforms. Search Juanf, JUANF, and tap in with your boy. And speaking of music, man, next week we'll have a guest on from our hometown. So that should be very interesting. So y'all stay tuned for that. And hope you guys enjoyed this episode, man. We ain't talked music in a while, bro. So it felt good to talk about music. And of course the sports that we love. So yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram, Stats and Facts. Yeah, Brody, you got any other announcements for the people?
That's it.
Y'all already know who he is at this point, but we'll still say it anyway. I'm your boy Warren.
BJG 94.
And we out. Peace.